7 miles. In Houston, that's the distance between a $1.25 train ride and a $175 parking mistake. On match day, NRG Stadium sits inside a 92-degree humidity dome that can turn your trip into a survival test before you even reach the gate. If you're planning to drive or take an Uber, you're volunteering for surge pricing that can hit $100 for a 10-minute ride. Houston doesn't negotiate with the unprepared. Welcome to the only air-conditioned sanctuary of the South. Here is how to navigate the Green Corridor, and why the Red Line is your only reliable way to win. Let's start with the airports. George Bush Intercontinental Airport sits 25 miles north of NRG Stadium. If you land at Hobby Airport instead, the smaller airport to the southeast, there's a 500 downtown direct bus running nonstop to downtown Houston. It's surprisingly useful, and something most guides never mention. From IAH, you're looking at a road trip or rideshare into the city center. Budget 45 to 60 minutes on a normal day. On match day, within 4 hours of kickoff, assume 90 minutes. And bring snacks. Here's the number that actually matters. 7 miles. That's the distance between downtown Houston and NRG Stadium, not 25 miles. Once you're in the city, you're already close. And there's a train. The METRORail Red Line runs directly to NRG Park Astrodome Station. Short walk, stadium entrance. Done. During the World Cup, trains arrive every 6 minutes. The fare is $1.25. You can pay with a credit card, debit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, or the Ride Metro app. I've stood on those platforms at 11 at night after matches with 20,000 other people around me. And the train still arrived every 6 minutes. It's not magic. It's just a city that built infrastructure for exactly this situation. Don't drive. I know every guide says that. I mean it more than they do. On-site parking runs from $100 to $175, and once you're parked, you're stuck. After the match, rideshare surge pricing around NRG Park gets ugly. I've seen people pay $80 for what should have been a $15 ride. The Red Line costs $1.25. There is no version of that math where the car wins. The city also created something called the Green Corridor, a fan-focused route connecting NRG Stadium to downtown through rail, walking paths, and bike trails. It even includes shaded sections. That sounds minor, until you've spent 10 minutes in direct Houston sun and started questioning your entire life philosophy. Use it. One thing worth knowing: the EaDo Fan Festival, FIFA's official 39-day fan event in East Downtown, is not on the Red Line. You'll need the green or purple line to reach EaDo Stadium Station. If you're planning FanFest and a match on the same day, ambitious, but completely doable. Transfer at Main Street Square Station downtown. Give yourself 30 to 40 minutes. I learned the hard way that a quick transfer is rarely quick, especially when you're carrying a backpack, a scarf, and mild dehydration. The walk from the station to the stadium gates is exposed. Bring water, wear light clothing, and give yourself 20 minutes of extra time. What's waiting inside is worth it. NRG Stadium opened in 2002. Since then, it has hosted 2 Super Bowls, NCAA Final Fours, international soccer matches, and one of Houston's most unique traditions, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. 70,000 people watching country music stars perform after actual livestock competitions. The crowd energy at a George Strait rodeo show is something I still think about. The point is simple. This stadium has spent more than 2 decades handling massive events. The staff knows exactly how to move people towards lives. Tournament capacity is 68,311. Maximum venue capacity is 71,795. The roof is retractable. For the World Cup, it will be closed. That means every seat, every concourse, and every premium area is air-conditioned. You walk in from 92-degree humidity, and within 30 seconds, you're standing in cool, controlled air. I'm not exaggerating. That's what actually happens. Your body physically relaxes. Compare that with outdoor venues elsewhere in the tournament. Fans in upper sections sitting under direct afternoon sun. At NRG Stadium, there is no sun in the upper deck. There is no sun anywhere inside. The grass is maintained under the closed roof with a specialized lighting system developed for the NFL season. Everything works, nothing is a gamble. 5 of Houston's 7 World Cup matches kick off at noon in June in Texas. I've experienced noon kickoffs in the American South before. The honest description is survival mode with a side of soccer. At NRG Stadium, that problem simply disappears. 7 matches. Germany against Curacao on June 14th. Opening weekend. The city's still buzzing with that feeling of, we can't believe this is actually happening. Portugal plays on June 17th. And again on June 23rd. The Netherlands and Saudi Arabia bring 2 more group stage matches. Then, the round of 32 on June 29th. And finally, July 4th. A round of 16 match, air-conditioned, on an American national holiday. Think about that for a second. Independence Day. Fireworks probably exploding somewhere outside. Thousands of traveling fans from around the world inside. All packed into a climate-controlled stadium watching a knockout match. I've tried to imagine that atmosphere. Honestly, I don't think I can. It feels like the kind of sporting event people will still talk about years later. The Portugal matches are the difficult ones if you're on a budget. This is almost certainly Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup. At least that's what the math suggests. I've been wrong about his final everything for nearly a decade. But eventually the numbers have to win. Secondary market prices for those matches are going to be aggressive. If Portugal is the reason you're coming to Houston, you either bought tickets early, or you're preparing your wallet for impact. Official group stage tickets start around $150 in the upper tier. Premium and lower bowl seats can exceed $600. Knockout rounds go even higher. And July 4th brings extra demand from holiday travelers. Budget accordingly. Tush. For accommodation, downtown Houston is your best option. Anywhere along the Red Line works. Midtown, Museum District, Medical Center, all connected directly to the stadium without needing extra transportation. Standard rooms typically range from $250 to $450 per night during match weekends. Portugal matches and July 4th will push those numbers higher. Book early or pay later. For food before the match, Rice Village offers independent restaurants in a genuinely walkable area. Midtown delivers bars, energy, and a strong pre-match atmosphere. Downtown hosts the main fan zones, and all of it connects through the Red Line. Inside the stadium, expect classic American stadium pricing, around $15 to $18 per item. If that makes you uncomfortable, eat beforehand. Houston is one of America's best food cities. Bel Air Boulevard has a Vietnamese food corridor I've thought about repeatedly since my last visit. Midtown offers Tex-Mex that won't force you to calculate the cost of every bite. Most visitors ignore the good local food and chase familiar chain restaurants. Don't make that mistake. NRG Stadium offers something no outdoor southern venue in this tournament can truly guarantee. Control. The outdoor logistics require planning, the station walk, the humidity, the queues. Respect those challenges. The building itself asks nothing from you except showing up. The Red Line is the best stadium-to-city transit connection at any Southern American World Cup host venue. $1.25. A train every 6 minutes, directly to the gate. Germany. Portugal twice. The Netherlands. A July 4th knockout match. The fixture list is outstanding. Houston in June is demanding. Both of those things are true, and neither one cancels out the other. Plan the outside, The inside takes care of itself.